Now we're going to start with an opening letter to our communities of resistance at home, resisting globally throughout the majority world in our liberation struggles for national and social liberation, because this is truly about the people that we're not paying attention to, whose sovereignty will build our sovereignty for change. We'll start with our communities of resistance in Abya Yala, and we'll speak on our African liberation struggle.
To the global majority, to our communities of resistance, Abya Yala, the indigenous name for Latin America and the Caribbean. Yesterday, 11th of June 2022, in Querétaro, Mexico, 3 siblings, José Armando Isidro, Roberto Garrido, and Juan Pablo Cedillo, were violently detained at a protest outside Querétaro State Commission for Water. Communities were protesting Querétaro's new illegitimate water law that will hand over water and the community's right to life to private companies. They have since been liberated due to popular pressure. We oppose this law and denounce this unlawful detention. To the communities and close relatives of Freddy Garcia, Fidencio Aldama, de Los Ochitlán 7, the Guapinol 8, Kenya Hernandez, and Ari, Carla, and Magda, we know the imprisonment of our siblings is illegal. The fabrications of charges is a tactic used globally to remove those fighting for their rights, as well as control them with signatures and checks, even once they are outside the metal bars, as they are doing with Miguel Lopez Vega. It is a tactic made possible because a globally organized system has actively worked to delegitimize and decontextualize the struggle of our people and communities and render it invisible. This is why popularizing resistance and building dialogue between our communities is essential. To the CIPOG EZ, as you struggle in the mountains of Guerrero to build autonomy, we know that they want to criminalize your struggle as you exercise your right to self-defense, self-determination, and sovereignty. Adán Linares Silverio, Jesús Plácido Galindo, Isaías Pozotempa Hernández, and Benjamin Sanchez Hernández, we are watching you and the resistance of your communities. By fighting for your autonomy, taking back and defending your lands, building your own schools, justice and communication systems, you are freeing yourself from this global political prison. You are an example to communities everywhere of people's power. Like the Zapatistas say, you are building, not destroying.
To our African communities of resistance, resisting globally, not just on the continent of Mother Africa, but throughout the diaspora in Abya Yala and in Europe. We note that on the 30th of May, the Gar Dangme in the Gar South municipality made a declaration against the illegal annexations and theft of indigenous land by the illegal Ghanaian state in the name of colonial-era land theft. You are being politically imprisoned by rules and states who are globally organizing to take everything we are owed, including the Achimota forest. You are being colonized and imprisoned in the history of our coloniality to stop yourselves from being able to free ourselves for the sovereignty and the land that we owe ourselves. To the close relatives of Andrew Donko, the Teleku Bokazu, killed extrajudicially by the Ghanaian state forces, we know that you are not illegally mining on your own land. Foreign companies and their paramilitaries are. Your fight for your lands and peoplehood is for all Nzima and all Akan peoples and all of us who are fighting for our right to self-determination and land sovereignty. To the Take Action Ghana 10, still in prison in European-style prisons back at home, and all of those imprisoned for standing by for human rights and for the right to education. Yesterday, on the 11th of June, peaceful Maasai protesters were fired at by Tanzanian state officials, and the legitimate government of Tanzania imposed by Western orchestration and its state officials who have been put in place by criminals here, selling off our indigeneity and selling out our struggle. To youth Mossop activists who are still being imprisoned and poisoned on their own lands of Kapado Agoni, we see you and we support you. To all Akan, Gardangme, Betowa, to the Maasai and all communities for liberation in Africa. Preparatory justice for all our peoples, Ubuntu Dunya, and a world where many worlds fit.